Seems the winds are changing. The winds and perhaps more. Be my right hand now. Alright, let's continue on in. There's one more encounter we have to deal with. Although I don't think...
Patience.
Oh no, did I accidentally cancel?
Time's not waiting.
Well, whoopsie doozy.
In due time.
Let's go.
My search was not in vain.
My search was not in vain.
I did as you asked.
We still have to kill Negro.
Done and done.
Become as dust.
This should do it.
Can someone help me?
Oof. I mean, he is still a druid somehow. Nugra's crumpled note. He calls to her again, his queen. He drinks, he calls to her, he drinks again. I have no idea who she is. I can't even tell if she exists outside his own drunken vision. But I know he'll call to her. And then he'll crash down around angrily, yelling that she didn't come. And then he'll come for me. I obey the rules, I do as he says, I keep silent until he allows me to speak, but he still beats me every time he drinks and rages. He'll said he'll burn my hands in acid next time. Shh, will I still be able to write? Then I assume we came in like, what's up? Does this do anything? No. I don't know why that's there. I guess that was his storage place. I don't know. The exit to the fort's backyard looks abandoned. Looks like the bandits
All
barely use
according
it.
to plan.
All according to plan. Well, we did it, guys. It took 30 minutes. I thought it might take an hour to do that. This luxury bed seems almost touched. It hasn't been slept in some time.
As it should be.
And by an hour, I meant like I thought we would die, fail, have to redo, die, fail, have to redo. Not like, oh, that it takes an hour to beat this. It's just I thought we would fail more than we did.
I see something.
Watch Octavia get blasted here.
I did as you asked. Would you look at that?
Would
No
you
mistakes.
look at that?
Sorry, was lost in thought.
Ready for anything.
Done and done.
Nice.
I've broken a nail. I failed.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
They both failed. Yeah, when you fail pick lock, you can't do it until you gain a level or something. And the unfortunate thing is, once we come back here, it's not going to be a Stag Lord's fort anymore, so whatever was in that chest is lost to us forever. And I believe, based on the structure... Remember this shape, because I am never sure where your barony actually gets founded. But we did it. I believe there's no more loot. It's just a bunch of dead bodies. Looks like it. Oh, no. We missed one. Anything else? Alchemist, Brawler, Bandit.
I did as you asked.
Nice. Okay, and now with that, we've completed the first chapter, or I guess they call it the prologue, right? No, actually, no. It is the first chapter. We completed the first chapter of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Now we head off to Restov to tell Jamandi that we did it. Took 19 extra days. We surely could have done that like in a month. I don't doubt we had the capabilities. I just didn't really care for the reward. So I didn't like you know, try to rush it. All right, we almost have heavy capacity, so I don't want to pick up anything else that's not like worth the monies. Can we tell whatever Nettle that he's dead, or do I have to wait until after? Ah, there it is, Rat Nukel. Let's see if we can. Because we did kill him. We did what you required of us, O David and Nakil. Stag Lord is dead. Pharaoh's Massa awaits. Farewell, Raiden Lachance. The corpse crumbles to the ground. I don't know why I did that in that tone of voice and whatnot, but he's dead now.
Oh, I don't like surprises.
Oh, I don't like surprises.
In vain.
No, I'm embarrassed. Applause, please.
Yeah, I knew there was 2 hidden things in there. Although I come here after the level up we get from killing the Stag Lord. Alright, you better not get in this guy's way. The long years he spent in slavery has given him quite a temper. Away we go.
Need to catch my breath.
Think you can make it? Wow, everyone just got fatigued right at the same time. Let's go to sleep.
Valerie, what weapon do you like best?
Whichever one I'm holding. I've been trained to fight using any blade. Spears, axes, bludgeons, and poleaxes. As well as with no weapon at all.
Wow, that just sounds like a flex, not an answer to the question. The question is, what's your favorite weapon? And she's like, I could use any weapon. I am a god. A good rest will remove fatigue and exhausted conditions. Oh shit. Valerie catches up with you near the training post and touches your shoulder. Braden Lachance, can I talk to you? Now that the Stag Lord is defeated, you rightfully own the Stolen Lands. Jamandi Ildori will endorse you and grant you the Baron's title. The girl looks at you in interest and a little apprehension. What will you do when you sit on the throne, Braden Lachance? Please don't say you haven't thought about it. This is a male only thing, I'm pretty sure. You could continue to try to romance her if you didn't do previously. There's enough work to do in the Stolen Lands, running off bandits, founding a state, and protecting the common people. Valerie nods, please. To be honest, I didn't expect any other answer from you. You're a noble person, Braden Lachance. I'm glad to serve the good of your state. Yeah, so if you want to romance her, you can be like, hey, I don't care. I don't even have intentions of the future or an inkling of what the future holds. But so long as you're there with me. It's ridiculous, but it's also quite amusing. Let's go with 35. And I don't know, 6. Do I need anything else? I could restock my... No, actually I don't. Been using this because of Octavia. Show me your wares, Oleg. Don't need that. Or that. Or that. If I could rebuild, because I don't remember if rebuild is like from the level you got them or from like you could completely rebuild them. But I would definitely rebuild Valerie to use spears. I don't know if there's a... I don't need this anymore. I only kept it because I felt like I might need it for the zombies in the Stag Lord's fort, but the zombies needed slashing weapons, which we all had. Oh, I have diamond dust. Let's bring that down to where I keep my resources. Got anything fancy? Got some seasoned wings and thighs. Oleg Leviton. Actually, I think I need to speak to Keston. Before you stands a heavy-set man with a grim, determined features. His weathered face is crossed by several scars. Yet they do little to mar his appearance. His gaze is heavy, but he avoids eye contact, as if afraid of unwittingly sharing whatever burdens weigh so heavily upon him. Keston, I failed to capture Tartusio alive. He attacked me and was killed.
Well, this is not the best outcome, but I think it will be good enough for Jamandi. Take this as a reward for your help. I'll send word to Restov and let them consider how they might return the favor. Once again, I thank you for your help. I'll remain here until my men recover from their wounds. Meanwhile, we'll help guard the trading post and fight off any bandits should they return. Good luck in all your plans and endeavors.
I see you. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I just needed to use the restroom before I continued. Cressel.
Hi there, stranger. I'm Irina, Svetlana's sister. I just arrived recently.
Irina? Why the masquerade?
It's just... I want to start a new life. To forget everything from before. Even my old name.
Huh. So you're settling in just fine?
I won't be here long. Just enough to help Svetlana with her work around the post. I owe her that much. Then I'll be on my way. Still haven't decided where to go, though.
What happened to the rest of the Stag Lord's gang?
Right after battle in the Stag Lord's fortress, Akiros just dissolved, like morning fog. I heard him mumble something about repaying old debts as he left. He's no fool. I'd guess he won't show his face in the Stolen Lands again.
Damn it.
Too many people recognize him for being the Stag Lord's right hand.
I wouldn't mind having him
The remnants
as
of
an
the
ally.
gang all scattered. I'd wager someone's already announced himself as the new Stag Lord and got a knife in the liver from some other wannabe heir.
I have to go. Farewell. Also, something I haven't done, simply because... where is it? Not here. I thought it was at the bottom. Sure. Oh god. I feel like the fool. Did they change it? Oh yeah, I actually would want those. That'd be useful. Special. Oh, here it is. Okay, it's because turn-based mode. Oh, I guess this won't do that. But... feed critical creator's ability. Sure, I want to see this first before I... That doesn't look like anyone has a different shirt on. Okay, let's go back to that. Class-specific outfits for party. There we go.
All according to plan.
All right. I wanted to talk to Tristan, and then we'll head off to Tristian, and then we'll head off to Restov. Tristian. Oh, I guess I couldn't talk to him. I know you can talk to the secondary Jamandi companion if they're wounded. All right, Oleg, let's head off to Restov then. A fine day to you. What brings you by? The Stag Lord's gone. We found his fortress and set the villain the villain to oblivion. Oleg looks at you with respect and bouldering admiration. And good riddance. Maybe now we'll be able to actually live in the Stolen Lands, rather than just surviving. Oleg sighs. Without a doubt, more people will flock here now. It'll surely boost trade, but all the noise it'll bring with them, well, that's none of your concern. I bet you can't wait to return to Restov and report your victory. Restov awaits. I plan to set off right away. The fog seems to be thinning, but we should wait till it burns off completely. In the meantime, I'll gather some supplies for your journey and make sure you enjoy your trip back to Restov. I don't know if this skips forward time or whatever, but yeah. Share joyous news with Oleg. Feel it's too dark in the dungeon. Cast a light spell.
Good work. Nice to see I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the stolen lands and return with the Stag Lord's head, but I knew you could handle it.
What the hell's that noise? Sorry, something was going on outside.
Today, you'll receive the title of Baron before the High Society of Restov, and even Natala Sertova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the stolen lands if you wish, but this time as a ruler.
Nice.
But matters of state can wait. For now, enjoy this feast in your honor. All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections. Speaking of connections, let me introduce you to Kasil Eldori. He's my adopted son and apprentice. He's a trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy.
Kasil, a young half-orc with an impeccable poise, performs a textbook perfect bow. Do you already know about my encounter with Tartuccio?
Of course. Keston gave me a full report. You dealt with the scoundrel perfectly. It would be naive to think that none of your neighbors will try to stick their hands in your affairs. Especially that sly fox Iravetti.
Jamandi, just what game are you playing? I think I have the right to know.
Yes, you certainly have that right. But tell me, how well do you know Brevoy's history or the current political atmosphere? It won't be an easy explanation.
What do I need to know about the history of Brevoy?
What's now called Brevoy was originally two different countries, Rostland and Issia. 200 years ago, they were stuck in constant squabbles. Then, Coral the Conqueror showed up and united the two states into one. Such diplomatic tricks are easy to manage when you have dragons at your disposal.
Indeed. Sounds like Rhaegal the Conqueror, or is it Rhaegon? I think it was Rhaegal. Maybe. I don't remember.
The so-called noble houses of Brevoy, mainly Sertova, Orlovsky, and Lebeda, once ruled over Issia. We, the Eldori, ruled Rostland. The royal house Rogarvia, founded by Coral the Conqueror, forced us into obedience. But 200 years isn't long enough to make peace with such a troubled history. Even 2,000 years wouldn't be enough for us to accept Issian rule. Brevoy is a country held together by a thread, and that thread grows ever weaker.
What do I need to know about the current political atmosphere?
We, the Eldori and the great noble houses, spent 200 years under the rule of invaders, the royal house Rogarvia. We plotted, we schemed, we stabbed each other in the back, but open confrontation was out of the question. But a few years ago, House Rogarvia disappeared. No one knows how or why, but one day, their manors were just empty. And the force that held Brevoy together, that kept us from a bloody feud, ceased to be. Brevoy is currently ruled by the House Sertova, the former kings of Issia. But their power pales in comparison to that of House Rogarvia when they were here. So now Sertova and Eldori stand facing each other, staring each other in the eye, waiting for the other to draw their sword. It's an untenable situation. No one wants a civil war that would drown Brevoy in blood, but peace between us is also out of the question.
What role do I play in your plans?
Rostland wants to regain its independence, and we will regain it. The power the Issians hold over us is humiliating and costly, and the Sertovas won't give us our freedom without a fight. That is, unless there is some external power that can force everyone to sit down and talk.
Do you see where this is going?
Huh.
The stolen lands are disputed territory. Brevoy can't appropriate them without raising protests from each of the neighboring states. However, if some brave people were to found independent states on that land, it would be another matter entirely. My hope is that you and your future neighbors, Baron Hannes Drelev and Captain Maegor Varn, will become our allies. But even your neutrality would introduce a powerful counterbalance to the aggression of the noble houses. Maybe, with your help, the inevitable division of Brevoy can occur without too much pain.
Don't Sword Lords have any other foreign allies capable of playing this role?
We hope to get some help from the Maivani Eldori, the descendants of the Sword Lords who have fled from Coral's rage to build a new nation in the south. But the Isians know this well, and are doing everything they can to deny us this help. I won't go into details, but if my intelligence is correct, if a civil war starts in Brevoy, Maivan will be too occupied with its own inner troubles to interfere.
I think Maivan is the city that one of the campaigns I have for Pathfinder takes place in, I think. I can't remember which one Crimson Throne starts in. I think it's Maivan. I'm not sure. What part does Restov play in this game?
Restov is a free city, proud of its independence from everyone, including the Aldori Sword Lords. But when it comes to Rostland's liberation, our goals align. This whole plan is our joint creation with Lord Mayor Yosef Selemius.
Yosef Selemius. If Natala is already here, why did she let you grant me a title?
Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings. But she's a Sertova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a Baron, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Let's consider how she could do so.
Apparently, Korvosa is the location, not Minvon. But I think Minvon is nearby, because I remember reading about that, Minvon. Whatever it was called. Yeah, sorry.
Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate, and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the Stolen Lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view, and truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Sertovas. The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils.
What happens next?
How should I know? We're in the middle of a big game. And today, you move from being merely a piece on the board to being one of the players.
Thank you for the explanation.
I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake.
I don't need an envoy.
Don't think I'm trying to impose a nanny or a spy on you. We're neighbors now. You'll need someone knowledgeable about Brevoy's politics to act as an ambassador to your court. If you don't like Casil, you're free to choose someone else, but I won't be able to vouch for the loyalty or trustworthiness of another envoy.
Thank you, I'm going to speak with the guests.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
Okay, let's talk to the guests. Lander. A handsome, well-dressed young man, about 17 years, looks at you with a polite smile. So you're the famous slayer of the Stag Lord's gang, soon to be a baron? Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Lander. Just Lander? No last name? No title? Well, let's just say I'm here incognito. Under my circumstances, it's wise to keep one's lineage to oneself. Truth be told, that's precisely what I wanted to speak to you about. See, I'm an heir to one of Brevoy's noble houses. I won't say which, but believe me, an only appointed baron with no connections would do well to have a friend like me. I travel the country in secret, without servants, so I can see it for myself, not from a carriage window, but face to face with people. My family would never approve, of course, but then I never asked. I need to know Brevoy if I'm gonna rule part of it someday. I know Jamandi wants to impose her stepson on you as emissary of Brevoy. Refuse. Take me instead. Don't look at my age. While they may have trained this half-orc to swing a sword, I have been training to rule since I was a child. I'll be far greater use to you, both now and in the future, after I have a firm position in my family. Are you from Restovic nobility? Oh no, I'm not from here. I'm just visiting. You could say. I wanted to see for myself the heroes who managed to conquer the frontier lands. The Lord Mayor was kind enough to invite me to this wonderful party. Please tell me again what you're doing here. I traveled the country in secret without servants so I can see for myself, not from Yeah. Tell me once more what you want from me. I know I'll consider your proposal. Yes, do so carefully. Miri. Their wine was alright and nice and strong, but the appetizer, barely a mouthful. Magar Varn. This man obviously more comfortable on the battlefield than in the company of nobles. He's well built, but the expensive waistcoat he's wearing doesn't quite fit properly, as though it was borrowed. He has few pale scars across the face, and his dark hair is drawn into an unkempt ponytail, with a few streaks of gray running through it. He greets you with a broad smile and a firm handshake. Let me introduce myself. I'm Magar Varn, the ruler of Dunsward, your neighbor to the east. Like you, I'm about to be a baron. Great job with the Stag Lord, by the way. Not everyone could exterminate a whole gang of bandits with such a small team. How did you earn the title of baron? Truth be told, my team and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Jamandi Eldore needed someone reliable to take hold of the territory. I'm the captain of a mercenary team, if that wasn't clear. Varnling Host. Have you heard of us? No? No matter. We've done work for Jamandi before. This time the task was simple. We just waltzed into the area, cleared of the most brazen monsters, built a small fort to hold the place, and for that, a barony and a land to own. It was a dream job. How do you feel being a noble? Looking at his rich clothes, Varn smirks. Like a peasant on a plate. I've killed all kinds of monsters, but this is the first time I've so strongly felt like turning away could get me eaten. Felt like turning away could get me eaten. He nods towards the arrogant man to the other side of the other corner of the room. I assume like over here or something. See that lad, Baron Drilev? He's not like us. Who knows what generation of Baron he is? Didn't even shake my hand. You and me, we're like the dirt between his boots. That's why those like us, the newly made nobility, need to stick together. Otherwise, he'd take my land and yours in a blink of an eye. It was nice meeting you. Farewell. Goodbye. Once you settle in, come pay me a visit. Lindsay, pour up it to the brim so that I must. I must be drunk. I forgot the line. Jathal. So to call this a feast, I show them some real festivities if they let me. Keston Garrus. Well, Tertutio. Well, scum. How did we? Maybe I've had one too many. Tristian. These people are not just celebrating. It seems your feat has given them new hope. Kaese. Oh, I guess you're coming to me. Oh, so you approach me.
Will you drink with me?
You see Kaese approaching the tiefling you met during the battle at Jamandi at Barry's mansion. As she draws near, she places one of the cups of wine she's holding to your hand. Tiefling girl from... Of course, to beauty.
To beauty. It sweetens our happy days and brings solace to our dark and sorrowful ones.
I think that's one if you want points into romancing this character.
But jokes aside,
she is a romanceable character, by the way.
I came to apologize. I know The words I said in our conversation with Lady Aldery might have offended you.
Udry.
This was not my intention. The lessons life has dealt me were not easy. I've learned to be wary of new acquaintances, which is why I've refused to join your party. I hope you will forgive me for this weakness and for my harsh words. And I hope you will hear me out, for I have something to tell you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is also under the romance line, I think. Apology accepted. What did you want to tell me?
As it happens, I came across some very valuable information. What brave conqueror of these wild lands wouldn't be intrigued by news of an ancient shrine, possibly full of great treasures? A place such as this was discovered by my old friends from Kadira.
Kadira,
And it
that's
just
how you
so
pronounce
happens
it.
to be located
Kadira.
in the lands that today become rightfully yours. My friends lack the courage to enter the shrine and seek the treasure, but what will stop us? We who know the taste of battle and have been singed by the same fire.
What could be better than a treasure hunt? I'm ready.
I'm sure you'd like to finally gain your official title and celebrate your victory. And I don't like noisy parties and ceremonies. Find me when you return to your dominion. I'll rent a house in your capital. We can discuss the details of our expedition there. So long, friend. I'll call you so today because soon enough, all you'll be hearing is, Your Grace, Your Grace, Your Grace.
Saluting you with the cup, the tiefling girl steps back and disappears into shadows between the columns. Chandra Merveille. Ah yes, I see the old Restov hasn't changed a bit. Even the smell of the streets is the same. Natala Sertova. Natala Sertova is discussing something with an unfamiliar old lady in a low voice. Upon noticing you, she breaks into a sugary, sweet smile. You're not only tough, but quick. Well, congratulations on your victory. Enjoy it while you can. Is that a threat? I would never. I simply wish to warn you, in case you don't fully realize the fate that awaits you and your barony. What do you think awaits me? Nothing good, I fear. The Eldori, or Dorai, our dearest friends, didn't deem it necessary to inform you of their plans, I assume. You see, they're preparing to separate from Brevoy, and it will not be a peaceful process. They lack the strength currently, hence the using of this legal loophole to create some independent allies. Once civil war breaks out, your lands will be the first to enjoy the strike from Brevoy's forces. Perhaps they'll erect a memorial in stone in independent Restov to honor you. Well, I wouldn't count on that, even that, really. What would you propose? In your situation, the most reasonable course of action would be align yourself with the lawful rulers of Brevoy, the noble houses. The Eldori wouldn't dare rebel, knowing they will immediately become entrapped. You could help Brevoy avoid a civil war, while simultaneously enjoying some well-deserved peace in your lands. I believe Jamandi has already attempted to impose a guard on you as an emissary. I'm guessing her lowborn stepson, the green-skinned boy, Casil. It's up to you, of course, but I would recommend you a different envoy. Please meet Chandra Merveille, an experienced diplomat who's more familiar with Brevoy's politics than any brawler could be. The old woman standing next to Tala gives a slight bow. I would happy to help you establish diplomatic relations with Brevoy. I'll consider your proposal. Think on it. Don't make any hasty decisions. So I believe the alignments is like good, evil, neutral, and those are your options for your envoys, by the way. Guard, guest, Valerie. Oh, let's start from this way and go this way. Harem. Feasts in this times of pestilence, a ludicrous attempt to sink into reverie, to digress from contemplating one's own significance. Hannes Drelev. This man's gorgeous clothes hide rippling muscles beneath them. He looks past your ear, obviously bored. Baron Hannes Drelev, he says offhandedly, emphasizing the word Baron. And you must be the Stag Lord's butcher. I'm sorry, I quite forgot your name. But you took out the Stag Lord and his gang, and the Sword Lord, and so Sword Lord Jamandi is granting you permission to take her place, right? Well, congratulations. My lands lie west of yours. I suppose we're neighbors now. Yes, I defeated the Stag Lord. Pray tell, what did you do to deserve your new dominion? Smirk appears upon the Baron's face. I don't need to deserve or prove anything. Countless generations of my glorious ancestors have done so for me. If I had a slightly bigger army, Sword Lord of Jamandi would probably simply have given all of the stolen lands to me. Alas, I don't have so many soldiers at my disposal, so she had to urgently make barons of the likes of you and Varn. So you have no army and no special merits, and we're just given the land for being pretty? Under other circumstances, I would have whipped you for such words. Let's not ruin Jamandi Eldori celebration. If you want so badly to measure merits, we do some other time. So you're not very polite for a nobleman. Ha! Politeness must be deserved. Goodbye. Not even deigning to reply, Baron Trelev turns around and looks away. What a... See you next Tuesday, Valerie. Truth be told, I'm not really comfortable here. I lost my taste for high society. Octavia. Try the eclairs. They're delicious. Ragangar. Ha! Ha ha! To victory, to freedom. Bottoms up, yes. Ezkandi Keeg, I think. A handsome man with a weather-beaten face grabs your hand tightly in his rough, calloused palms. Unlike the rest of the guests in their festive clothes, he wears a simple robe. Only luxury you see on him is the holy symbol of Resto made of solid gold. The other guests look at him with respect, some bordering on awe. Congratulations on your victory, he says in a deep voice. Allow me to introduce... Oh, wait, no. Congratulations on your victory, he says in a deep voice. Allow me to introduce you myself. I am Ivekani Keeg, High Priest of I don't know how to pronounce his name. High Priest of Arestal in Restov. Do many people in Restov venerate Arestal? They revere many gods in Restov. They pray to Abadar, patron of cities, and Pharasma, gatherer of souls. There are also some more rare cults, but there are no denying the Stag God has the largest congregation here, and no wonder. People have lived off farming and hunting for years. You're just surprisingly simple for a festive occasion. The corners of the priest's mouth turn up to a faint smile. No, the nobles dressed in silks and satins to stand out from the poor. The priest wears a simple robe to stand out from the nobles. Bringing law to stolen land is a difficult endeavor. I'm grateful for any help you could spare. This is a truly noble undertaking. I believe our community will be able to provide you with reasonable assistance. We will help you construct this shrine in your capital, free of charge. It's an honor meeting. It was an honor to meet you. Goodbye. Arrest will keep you. Okay. Can we talk to Kasil? Today is a historic day for Restov, maybe for all of Brevoy. Joseph Semlis, an older man with sideburn, looks at you and interest in through golden eye glasses. Well, now, if it isn't the hero of the festivities, the protege of our dear Jamandi. You pulled this off quite cleverly. I confess, I wasn't convinced your enterprise would succeed. I bet even a bottle of my best Patoxian wine against you. But I'm happy to admit I was wrong. The Eldori have always been adept in finding new talent. I don't believe we've been introduced. So it would seem. I am Joseph Selamis, Lord Mayor of Restov. I rule this town and adjacent lands. As your northern neighbor, I hope we could look forward to a long and fruitful friendship. So Restov. What about the Eldori? Brevoy's politics seem complex and incomprehensible to many. Here in this part of Roslyn, the spirit of the northern freedom still lives. We are loyal to the throne, of course. May the gods prolong the life of His Highness. But here, far from the dominions of the great houses, we have our own way of life. Especially important now, after certain events that I probably don't need to name. The Eldori Sword Lords used to rule Roslyn, yet they're still largest landowners and the main military force in the region. But it's not for nothing if Restov is called a free city. We're proud to choose my Lord Mayor among the citizens and consider not by their lineage but their own merits. What kind of events are you talking about? Mayor Semlis gives you a patronizing smile. Why, an inspiring politician needs to be well informed. I'm talking, of course, about the disappearance of ruling house of Regarvia. Or, yeah, I think that was it. Can you imagine that? Old man Coral conquered our land 2 centuries ago. It'd be shameless to lie that nobody wished his royal house would just disappear into thin air. Once that exact thing happened, it turned out nobody was ready for it. Poof! All over the country, every member of the royal house disappeared without a trace. Nobody knows what happened. It's a mystery. A mystery pregnant with the opportunity for everyone. How are things at Restov? I don't want to boast, but things have been going well in recent years. Trade prospers, the population grows, citizens are happy, although recently, especially after the experience of House Regovria, more and more troublemakers have been appearing and people talking about most shocking things. But pseudo-rumors aren't worthy of your attention. Nice meeting to you. Goodbye. Please wait a moment. Your young barony will need resources to establish itself. From what I've been told, you're somewhat in need of financial assistance. I can organize and supply everything you need for construction and spread out the costs on extremely favorable terms. I could immediately procure, let's say, 500 cartloads of building supplies. I'm sure that would give you a good start. In exchange, I would ask a small favor until you repay your debt in full. Could you simply assume the obligation of contracting the building services to Restov's Builder Guild? Do we have a deal? Thank you for the offer, but I can't accept it. It's your choice, of course. I figured I'd mention it. Nice meeting you. Oh, God. No, God, no, I don't want that. Shit. I thought it was number 6, not number 5. But anyways, I guess I should end the episode right here. I'm gonna reload the save and redo all that. Anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Next episode. Bye.